gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is city. I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every break. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ice Place while we'd roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoney, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm David, and I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. What people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion, and it's mine.
Hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I dance around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love.
All right, now does it work? Yes, but then, oh, so that's not going to work. All right, I'm sorry. Me and Paul were testing some stuff. Anyway, let me turn this off then. I can hear you. Say something, Paul. Mr. Paul. Oh, yep, can't hear him. Hold on. Let me just loosen all of the controls real quick. Hold on. Do one of these. I'm loving this RCP2 action, but I need to move this button from the virtual slider to a real slider because, yeah, still figuring things out. You know what it is. Hold. Nope, it's not working. Come here, Mary. One second, people. We're on a second. You like that, Tom? Man, dang it. For whatever reason, now I can't hear Paul. I was hearing Paul. Oh, maybe because I muted Paul.
Can you hear?
Now I can hear. Now we can hear. Yeah. Okay, say something one more time. Say it again. All right, it's working. Now they can't. So you can talk smack about them now. They can hear you. All right, dang it. It ain't broke. It's just Doc Rock. That's the answer. Anyway, it's cool. Like, I thought I had it figured out, but I do realize I need to move one of my stuffs to a slider because it's better. I thought like, oh, I can be cool and keep it on the virtual thing. But from a quick change perspective, it's better to put it on a slider. So I didn't completely follow the Buck advice because I thought I was cool, and I guess I should have followed the Buck advice. Hello, like it's a known quantity, Doc. You should just know if Tom says it's legit, it's legit. All right, let's move this one up. Move it up. Move it up. There we go. Slide it. Come on, slider. There we go. All right, gangster. All right, gang, let me stop messing around and let's get involved. So what we're going to do is last week we did some stuff making elements for your show in Canva. Today we're going to do stuff in Final Cut. This is going to be a little bit more of a free-for-all, but I want to basically show... I want to basically show you how you can just add some things. Like, I think Canva was dope for this. It's 100% cool. It will look much better made in Final Cut because that's what it's for. And you have more control. You can do some more things, and we're going to talk about that. I do see a question from Paul. Let me check this real quick, what Paul had to say. Paul says, I want to show a customer how to shop around and get the best bargains so that they don't get ripped off. Can you record a company's website to show them how to use it correctly? Oh, yeah. It's open domain. So yeah, you think about it on a regular basis, right? During, Mac launch yesterday, right? I'm sorry, I'm over here tweaking, trying to find my middle line. There it is. During the Mac launch yesterday, you had many of the Apple bloggers going on and showing people how to do builds. If anybody was going to get you in trouble, it'd be one of the larger companies like Apple, but they don't care. Like, if you go and you're like bad mouthing them or something, they might get a little perturbed, but for the most part, I don't see that as a problem, right? That is basically in your control. So yeah, I think you'll be perfectly fine to go and then show these people sort of whatever you're doing or whatever you're dealing with. I don't think there's a problem at all. Okay, so yeah, good answer. Good question, actually. Glad. All right, so if you guys have a question, please put it out there. I am going to be fully stared. What's up, Ken? I'm going to be fully stared at the screen, and I'll be coming back and checking you. But if you say something good, Paul will tell me, and then I'll dive in and help you out. Let's see. So we got this guy here, and if everything works, it works. Hey, it did work. All right, cool. So let me pull up the old cam of E over here. Paul, I'm going to hide you. So over here in the old eCam, it's kind of weird. One of the things I did, do I want to zoom the app window? Yes, I did. I am testing out this on-screen control thing that comes with the new LG. So what it allows me to do basically is split the screen over here in half so I can have eCam and Paul on the bottom, and then I have Final Cut here in the top. So I don't have to go back and forth, but if I want to zoom in, I can reach the zoom in sections. In theory, we'll see how this all plays out in real time. Since nobody's chatting over here, I can move this window down and make it as big as it can big. Okay, gangster. All right, this mess right here is my Final Cut setup. We're going to start by creating a brand new project. So we're going to come here to the top. We're going to go new project. You can press Command N. Now, I know you guys aren't going to really see these settings, but let me expandicate them a little bit. All right, so first of all, you can put it in whichever event you want to put it in. I should probably make a new library for these things for right now, just to keep it quick. I'm not going to do that. But let's just say, let's start with something cool like a like, comment, subscribe type situation, right? And then we're going to go I tend to create my stuff in 4K, people. I ain't gonna lie to you. You can probably do 1080, but you know, it's Doc. I do everything in 4K. You know what I mean? And then here's an important step. If you know, hold on, I better fix this real quick because I know that if Anahila was here, she would yell to me that it's not cool to talk to you guys when you can't see me. So let me fix this real quick because she gets angry, and you know we can't have any angry Latinas watching the replay. All right, so let me do this, and I'm gonna give you guys the side head shot so it looks like I'm actually working. Okay, so next important thing to do. If you know what frame rate you're at, like I normally shoot 4K, what that word is. I normally shoot 4K 24. However, since I put the TV back there instead of the old Mac, see there, you know what I mean? So now I have the old 50-inch back there. It looks awful when I do it in 24. Focus. It looks awful when I do it in 24. One of the things that it's been doing, which is quite irritating, is I guess because it's a high, like 140 type, speed display. When I did it in 24, it looked really, really off. So I'm actually doing something weird. You're probably never going to see this in real life. In order to get it to stop flickering, I had to switch to 4K 30, and then above and beyond that, I had to change my shutter speed to 1/80, which is weird. So it will have some weird motion jitters, but A, I'm not waving my hands too often. B, until I told you, nobody knew. So people like to talk that smack. A handful of people might catch it. Maybe Tom would catch it, but most of y'all would never know the difference. But it's better to not have the flickering television. So this is what I went with. So now that I know that I'm doing what Ecamm is doing, though, Ecamm would probably be converting it to, Ecamm's converting it to 4K 30. If I think I did what I did right, let me just double check. Double check because I don't want to be lying. Yes, Ecamm is converting it to 4K 30. So knowing that, that's the frame rate I'm going to pick for this. Now, in most cases, these animations, it's not going to make too much a difference, but if you're a stickler for detail, you might as well do it correct the first time. All right. Now, the only important thing to know is you're going to have to set yourself up for Apple ProRes 44444. Why do you have to be JZ plus 4? Because in order to get alpha channel, which is transparency, in our particular case, it has to be 4444. You know what I mean? I came in the door, waving the 44. Papa said, don't hit me no more. Get it? Right? So that make sure you set that. Then color space should be Rec 709. Most cases, you guys aren't going to be able to adjust that, but if you are working with something custom, you might see that. In our particular case, we want Rec 709. Now, me personally, you don't have to do this. This is a doc thing. I tend to use surround because a lot of times what I'll do with my sound effects is I'll make them move from ear to ear, because a lot of people do watch on iPad or AirPods or, some sort of headphone type thing. iPad has spatial sound. iPhone, the modern last two, 12, 13, and I'm assuming 14, have spatial sound. And depending on the person's studio, they're good speakers. Like, it would, like, if you have good studio speakers, it would come up. A lot of your notebooks might not, because the speakers are too close. But in a situation like me, where I have a monitor to the left of me, a monitor to the right of me, it has spatial sound. So a lot of times in my special effects, you'll hear the sound move to and fro. So let me give you an example. Listen to it. If you're listening to that, the countdown goes 3, 2, 1, right? If you have headphones on or you're in a place, you should be able to hear that. I'll play it one more again, and you guys tell me in the chat if your stuff is set up in order to hear the panning. Also, the warbles go like this, one from the right to the left and one from the left to the right. And I can hear it, so, I got dope IEMs, but you let me know. I'm going to play this one more time. I forgot what I was doing. Here, let me do this again. Hold on, one more time. Here we go. All right, there it is. So, yeah, that's it. So that's why I choose surround. So that's my settings. If you are going to forget this, screenshot, screenshot this real quick. I'll give you a second to get your screenshot on. Again, you can do 1080. I do 4K because it's more versatile, right? I set my frame rate to what my frame rate of my Ecamm is set for. Or if you have what's that thing called? OBS, StreamYard, whatever, like it still should work in theory. Your web browser type guys like StreamYard or Restream might crush it. It might not. That's something that's, we'll just have to figure out in real time. And yeah, all right, so let me get it twisted. So just take photo of this, and both Obs and Rob say that they can hear it. The video would translate to whatever size display it wants. It depends on your design. If you know you're designing for people with horrible vision, design bigger, because it's just a video. Like it's not a specific thing, right? I'm setting it at these settings because of that said versatility. All right, so let's close this. Boom, we got a new project. All right, let me come back here real quick. I got one more thing. Let me show something, Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Click one of these. Don't want that. And browser. Here we go. Let me do one of this and then bring you guys back to life. Ticking! All right, let's do something. I'm going to show you the places where your boys shop. Paul, if you can help me, this would be dope. Premium VFX. It's Premium VFX. Right, this is my first one. Right, the other one is Motion VFX. I'm trying to put these in somewhat of an order, and then I'll let you guys go from here. The other one is Motion Array. Make sure I'm getting all of these. Oh, they changed their site. Wow, haven't been here in a minute. Okay. This one is called, why? Oh, of course you guys got Envato. And Envato Elements, or Video Hive is the other source. And then there's one that I'm forgetting, one of the free ones that I'm forgetting. But we're gonna talk about it in a second. I just want to show you guys some examples. And I guess the master to Premium VFX is FX Factory. Okay, I tend to stay here. This is me, right? I got my babies right here. So I'm gonna start from my beginning. I tend to stick with FX Factory. It's just something that I like. There you go. That was odd. All right, there you go. I tend to stick with FX Factory. I know some of you guys are going to be like, hey, I'm balling on the budget, whatever. Trust me, it will bite you in the anus later. It will bite you really, really hard. And you know what, Zion fam, let me make sure, you know what, good question. I'm not even going to say that's a bad question. It's funny because I just assume everyone knows, but don't be an assumption. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? I'm guessing, hey, it works. Man, I'm guessing URLs like a boss today, people. So Final Cut Pro is the Apple version of Editor. If you are on a Mac, then it's the best because it speaks directly to all of the processors and stuff that Apple makes. It's the highestly tuned. Premiere is dope. Premiere can do everything that I'm showing you right now. I just don't use Premiere. So you can completely do all of this in Premiere. Okay, so here we go. Inside FX Factory, you'll see there's a ton of plugins. And one of the things that we're working on is lower thirds right now. So you would come over here and you would click on titling, right? And then under the titling section, I can come over here and say, I only want to see the stuff that's available for FCP, and you're going to get that. And then you'll see something right here called Big Lower Thirds. That might even be the package that I used today. You'll see there's clean titles. There's a couple in here that are free. One of them by Premium VFX actually has a free one right here called Automatic Titles. It's a free one, right? So, Automa Titles. Sorry, not Automatic Titles. It's Automa Titles. So, yes, you can do that. And Zion Fine, yes, this would totally help you with your Twitch streaming. You can make a lot of the Twitch elements and stuff that you see people selling in these packs. They made them in something like this, and then they turn around and sell them to people. So all of the above, you can see quickly. You can grab in here. There's just so many things, right? These are a lot of really good ones. I'm going to tell you why I start with FX Factory in just a second. Let me just finish the rest of the shopping list. Okay, so of the FX Factory things, think of FX Factory like Safeway. They got it all, right? And then inside there, there'll be particular brands that you're into. Your Kraft, your Velveeta, your Coke, your Pepsi, things like that. All of the above, right? So I think of Premium VFX kind of like Safeway. I think of FX Factory kind of like Safeway. And then what happens after that are brands that I pick in there. So one of the brands that I absolutely love happens to be the Premium VFX company, which is sold in FX Factory. And like Paul is telling you guys down here in the chat, which is important, you can try all these things before you buy them. You can build a title. So it'll have a bug in it, right? But you can build a title, see everything, and then go from there, right? So I tend to stick to this Premium FX brand company because they have an image and a style that you're used to. Sorry. I can't help it. I always got to do it, right? Okay. So, and Keely is putting you guys on point. This is legit. This is legit information from Whistles over here. It is worth getting on their mailing list because they do sales all the time. And as a matter of fact, as I creep into this, I'll show you what's on sale at FX Factory back here. Oftentimes you will see there is, see these green bad boys, those are free. And then whenever you see this little checkbox right here, here's a brand new thing. Okay, so let's peep this real quick. I normally don't play videos. Wait, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Hold on. Let me fix something. Dang it, Ecamm, why you do me like that? I might have been doing something stupid. All right, I'm back. So let me explain this again. Now that I think I did that wrong, man, I am having like conniption fits over here. And Paul, did you talk to me, or was it fine? It was fine. Okay, all right, just checking. You guys, I can see Paul over here. He didn't comb his lack of hair. Sorry, Paul. Don't come for me. Anyway, so this FX Factory and what I was showing you a second ago is the Premium VFX. This is the company that I tend to like because they just, again, have an image and a style that you're used to. I'm making money, see? All right, so here, if you see this little green line in the price tag, that means it's on sale. And they'll often do a little rip banner like this thing across the top. So let's take a quick peek at this. And again, I normally don't like to play videos live without downloading them first, but these are relatively short. But let me show you some of the stuff that you can create. And Zion, pay attention because this will definitely level up your stuff. Paul, could you get Zion's question real quick? Thank you. All right, so this is a demo of something brand new, which knowing me, I tend to buy all of these things. I'll probably grab this as soon as the stream is over. Rad. I like the fact that it supports languages. A lot of my title plugins won't support me typing in Japanese, so I'm all about this automatically. Okay, you see these things? These are dope, right? These are things that you can use to shake up your stream to give it that little extra something, je ne sais quoi, in the middle of your middle of, right? Let me stop that. So you can see there's some pretty cool stuff coming off in here. And right now, this bad boy is probably on sale for like $29, $39. I know a lot of you guys complain when I tell you to spend money, but trust you me, when it comes to Final Cut plugins, you kind of want to just go to the pros. I'm gonna explain this as I go down my list a little bit further. Okay, so we've already established Doc likes to shop at FX Factory. I think of this as shopping at Nordstrom's, all right? And then one of the brands I like is Premium VFX. There's a couple other brands in there that are dope. Equivalent to, probably as good as, but I happen to be a bigger fan of some of the styles that are in. Man, come on, player. This is why I get mad at these guys. Every time you come here, they're always trying to make you buy something else. Motion VFX makes really, really high quality plugins. A lot of your favorite creators probably dip into the motion VFX game. You've seen it. Your MKBHD. Actually, MKBHD actually has a pack over here, if I remember correctly. A lot of these guys use this. Again, it works really, really well with Resolve, Final Cut, Premiere. You can kind of pick the one that you want. You have seen some of this stuff in my videos. I see Purple Queen is in the building. What's up, HR? How you doing, Ading? All right, so you come over here and let me show you some of the Final Cut stuff real quick. I don't use the templates myself. I tend to just go from the plugins game. But if you're in a hurry and you got some work you need to get did, they do have templates that you can get. Probably the one that's there is the MKBHD pack is right here.
All right, welcome.
Hey, don't talk. Just listen.
Hello, my name is George
MTuber is probably one of the better ones for what we do here as YouTubers. Let me give you a quick preview. They tend to cost a little bit more than the other companies, but again, they have good stuff. What's up, DJ? Dylan John is one of my homies.
Hello, my name is George Edmondson with MotionVFX.com.
And just get to the thing.
For Final Cut Pro.
See,
MTuber 3 is a completely new version of one of our best-selling
packs. For more than 3 minutes, you done seen all of this, man. It's all been in there. You just didn't know where it came from. And you're probably thinking these guys spent hours in
presets, different social media
After Effects
presets,
building all this
tons
stuff.
of helpful content creation
You're just going to
tools,
do this. So
and plenty
why
of
am I
text
showing you this? You'll see in a second as we dive in. Let me get to the next brand real quick. This is Motion Array. They're sort of like a subscription, same as Envato, and they have a lot of things in here. I am going to say they're okay, right? If I'm balling on a budget, I might dip into Motion Array or Envato Elements. I actually have an Envato Elements subscription, but I have tended to leave away from these. They're beautiful. They look good, but these are made by folks like you and I. Okay? So how does that tend to lead us to a problem? I'll tell you in just a second. So these are great titles. Again, they're well produced and everything. They just tend to be made by folks like you and I. So the disadvantage to something like that is they'll do stuff like not have proper kerning on fonts, or they'll ship it with the font missing. You got to go load the font yourself. It just becomes a thing. It takes you a couple minutes to install. All the installations are normally done manually. They'll miss things like fix something in the parameter, which you'll see in a second what I mean by that. And so again, they're good. If you know what you're doing, they're okay because you can work around it. But I have found in the past, they're not as dope, especially if you're brand new to this and you don't know what you're doing. Stick to Premium VFX or Motion VFX. Those two, I know they're solid. And you can call, hey, this thing, what the, man, and then they'll answer you, right? So for instance, I downloaded a Premium VFX plugin for my YouTube. You guys, have you seen the Doc Rock video? There's a thing at the end where the thing that comes up, it looks like YouTube, but my video, like you see right here, is still in there, and I'm still talking to you, and it says, boom, 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 subscribe and all of that mess. I use a little thing like that. And when I first got it, the fonts were all jacked. I immediately messaged them, they answered me back and they were like, good find. We didn't even realize that was missing. So not only did they fix it, they sent an update like 20 minutes later. They actually gave me credit to buy another plugin. So that way I kind of got that one for free. You know what I mean? Like that kind of service, FX Factory, fam, and Premium VFX. It's super simple. They're good people. And I actually know a bunch of people at both the two companies. So it's a thing. All right. Anyway, so if you do have a Envato Element subscription already, by all means use this because this is where you're at. Like you're actually in the building. And yeah, Master Park, this is true. If you buy the whole 3D bundle on VFX, it is pricey, but it is well worth it because you'll probably get your money back in making videos that your clients will be like, how in the exact heck did you do that? And you know, like me and my design team, you know how we was, you know, so there it is. All right. That's the last. Those are the main ones I look at. There is one more free one again, but just trust me, stick with the real deal Holyfields. All right, so let's get back over to FX Pro. Yeah, that English word I'm trying to say. Final Cut Pro. So let me put the old eCams back over here. Hi, Paul. And then back out. So we got our new bad boy right here. Okay, so I'm going to come into my titles browser and you might have a little bit of a time seeing this, but let me back out. You will see your boy. I'm telling you, talk about brand loyalty, fam. Look at this stack right here. Yo, all the way down the chain. They all say Premium VFX. Like, I kind of go hard on whatever they do. All right, so what we're going to build today is a like, comment, and subscribe. So let me just show you a couple. And again, if you've been on the Doc Rock channel, you done seen these bad boys. You done seen them because this is what I use. All right, so let me grab this and let me pop this in. All right, one of the things I like to do just to make my life easier, right? All I did was drag it to the timeline real quick. So just to make my life easier, I like to click on this first bad boy, hit Shift Z. It just go ahead and it expands it across so you can see more. Now, if I let it rip here, I better pull out so you guys can see what's popping. Brand new whips just hopped in. Sound from the top 10. There we go. All right, so I'm going to come here, and this is all there is. Right? Very cool. Simple, like, comment, and subscribe. This one is dope because you really don't even have to edit it if you don't want to. But if you want to change it up, I'm going to show you how to change it up. This is why I like it. So we're going to build this one for my homegirl HR. Heather, what is your code? I know if you're like Tom, you already have it written down somewhere. You know exactly what the code is. Like, if you guys know anything about my brother Tom Buck, like, this guy, he has his code like on point. You know exactly what it is. It's kind of funny. That's just how he do. He's one of those cats, right? So, I'm just curious, real quick, if Heather, if you happen to have your code that you use, if so, drop it in the chat. What? Oh, your husband is holding out on you. Tell him to come through. It's irrelevant. We'll just use any color. I know what yours is, Tom. Yours is one something. 1EAFFFF, something like that. Anyway, man, I lost my thing. Hold on. Oh yeah, see? There, Tom, there it is. 1EAAFF. See, I told you. I just knew. All right. I'm not going to supplant my work over here just to switch it to Tom because you try to like take over. I'm just teasing. Heather, let me give you a thing real quick, sis. Since you're here, check this out. We're gonna go back to browser. I want to show you all this. Most of my crew know this because I've showed this before. I have a couple of my favorite sites that I like to use to do this stuff. But boom, boom, boom. Let's go. COOLORS. It's spelled Canadian for some reason. This place is dope. This is the LGL panel. You guys have been watching this panel for 2.5 years right now. Yeah, man. Just keep the cookies. It's a new computer. When you switch to new computer, you get cookies. I don't need to see that. There we go. So this is my LGO panel right here, right? It's all in here. So you can go and build these. And what's really cool, if I know I need to get the 350 34F, you can click it and expand it. You can come down here and you can see, any different contrasting colors. You can view it in shades, right? You can save it to the desktop. You can drag it around, copy the hex code, do whatever. So this particular site right here, COOLORS, build your palette, and then you can save it. You can save it so you can get back to it. And whenever you need it, if you ever need your colors real quick, you could just keep this URL. You'll see all the individual hex are in the URL itself, which is just dope. And then if you guys want to pilfer any of my colors, $20. But let me give you the link so you can look at it with your own eyeballs and see. Really, really cool. I like it because it puts all your joints like in the straight, so you can just grab one. You kind of know what you're grabbing. You know what I mean? So again, you could do something like that. Now let's see inside here. If I wanted to go build, like a new palette, and I wanted to see a palette based off of like a particular color or whatever, you come up under tools, you go to palette generator, and you'll see they got lots and lots of palettes that you can comb through and see what you want. So let's say I want to edit this bad boy, and then we're going to do, what is it? 1EAAFF. Whoo, Buck Nasty in the building, right? So if I wanted to see colors that sort of match, these are the various tones of buck. So if you're trying to build a monochromatic image, similar to Tom's monochromatic jokes, sorry, little brother, you could do that. You can see how things look in various cases. So you can actually build a palette directly off of this color. So you can go and explore more, right? This actually, if it has a name, it'll be in here. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's just, that's the name of the new book. It's various tones of buck. That is the various tones of buck. Yeah, I love it. Right? You can even go in here and make a buck gradient out of this bad boy. So as you're searching for palettes, right, you can see these are, check this out, Heather. This purple perfectly balances in the Panatopia panel. It balances with Buck Nasty. So this blue and this purple go together like perfectly. See, you guys were a match made in color heaven. Come on, fam. You guys are a match made in color heaven. It's right there. So, Heather, if you want to steal a purple that totally matches off the hubs, this is it. So, I'm going to steal this one right here. 5A5BEA. 5A5BEA. All right, we're going to run with that. We're going to use that color. I just decided. Boom. She said screenshot. Hey, fam, I could do you one better because here the URL actually would contain the magic, right? So let me just go ahead and put that there so you can stole it off the screen here. The gang. Wa-la-la. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to click that first and then click here. Anyway, if I press applicate, then now I can get this color. I'm going to use this for our demonstration. Bucka Blue Bonsai. Rich is funny. All right, cool. Let me come back over here to the cuts. Let's get into the cut. All right, so let me click on this color for the like button. And you know what's dope, fam? You know how I did that shades, right? I can literally take that shade situation and make it so that each one of my buttons could be a different color. You know what I mean? Colors. Now, pro tip, again, people who've watched me for more than 5 seconds know that a pro tip is once you got your color situated, pick it up, drop it in the well, right? So then you can access it again at a later date. All right, so we're going to come over here to the sub button. We're going to hit it with the best shot. Miss Ronstadt. Wait, that's Benatar. Man, dang it. Come on. Function, player, function. There we go. Sometimes. Huh? Paul? Uh-oh. I heard the voice of God for like 2 seconds and it went away. Yeah, I moved it and then it jumped back again. I don't know why. It was being mean. All right, anyway. So I colored these bad boys. And normally, guys, just me personally, I tend to make my palette a little bit bigger. Oh, why did you do that? What the hell just happened? Oh, nice. That's funny. My monitor just decided to do what it felt like doing. Hold on. Let me put you back. Hit me with your best shot. All right, stay up there. And then stay down here. All right, cool. This new fancy monitor is really cool until it does something stupid. So anyway, let me leave that right here. So anyway, here's our colors. We're basically done. For this particular one, super simple, super easy, basically done. Now, for a live streamer, you may or may not want to put some noise to these bad boys, right? So let's show you what to do if we want to put some noise. We're going to have a rise up, stoop, and then an open. So we need a all right, here's a pro tip. Here is a pro tip. Check this out. My first peak of color. Right here in the middle for those playing on the home game, there's tiny little purple, right? So I'm going to hit R on my Final Cut, right? I got R. I'm going to hit this range, and I'm going to drag in Z, and boom, it's open. And that's the end of my motion right about here. All right, so I need a sound that is roughly 1.1, 1.2 seconds. If you want to get anal about it, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for a sound that's about 1.1, 1.2 seconds. All right, so I get my sounds from Epidemic, from Storyblocks, or Envato Elements, right? Just letting you know. But just for some of you folks that don't want to go shopping, right, you do have some stuff that is built here, right, into sound effects library, right? So you can. Those are really horrible. Oh, so weird. I just realized something. My Ecamm is not sending you guys the sound. Why is that? Anyway, we're not going to worry about it. If you, I know what I kind of want to guess. I'm just going to guess the sound, but I will probably tweak this at some point in time to make it better for what we want to do. But for right now, I'm just going to use this. Right? All right, that's a good one. I'm just going to have it pop open exactly when it lands to here. And then I'm going to put my pop open. Come off the R. Go back to A. A is your pointer. I'm going to put my pop open right here. That's a little lame. Should be about right there. Again, you're going to have to tweak your sounds to make it however you want it. Let me give it a little bit of volume. And then, there you go. That's close enough. Because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I get crazy and I tweak out on getting the sound like right, and I'll spend hours. I just want to let you know this is how you would add a sound. Right. Now, couple things to note. For the most part, sounds do not work in a standard way we drag it in the Ecamm. I'm going to show you how to fix that part after we're done with this, okay? Again, I just don't want to spend too much time tweaking on the sound, but already in my head, I'm like thinking, oh, what kind of sounds could I add to this to make it better? I can't help it. Like, it is literally inside my head. Ooh. Ooh, that one sounds good too. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Sorry, people. I can't help myself. Let me do this. Select on this. To close this bracket, option, right bracket. Hey, dang it. Come on, keyboard. Don't be weird. All right, never mind. Let me fix this. I have a bug in my screen thing called Alfred. It always tries to take over my keys. There we go. All right, let's do this again. Love it. Let me fade this. I'm going to grab the little dot. I want to show you something, people. This little dot is a pain in the butt, and it's really hard to grab. but let me show you it anyway. No, don't worry. I'm going to bring it over. I'm not going to try to fix the sound cross yet. You'll hear it once I move over. Because if I try to fix it and we break something, then we're in trouble. All right, so whenever you are trying to adjust sound, right, there is this, and it can be somewhat problematic. Oh, I know why you guys can't hear sound. Paul, don't say anything bad while I do this. Now you'll hear it. Because Paul is on this computer too, in Discord, so when I'm playing the sounds, I have it muted so that Paul doesn't say bad words, and you guys will hear that. But now you should be able to hear it. Did it come out that time, Paul?
No.
It didn't? All right, we're not going to fix it. It has to do something with my Ecamm sound effects panel, but you know what? It's not important for what we're trying to do. It's just not. Oh, system audio muted. Maybe that's why. Anyway, who cares? You'll hear it in a second. So basically, if you put a sound, know that it doesn't automatically translate. Let's start with an export real quick, and then I'll show you how to transmogrify it to make it work with Ecamm the way we're used to doing it. So let me get you to the hard part. Come here to the top. You want to go down to share. I always use export from default for this particular situation. Okay. I want to go to audio and video in this particular case, right? And I'm going to leave it at Apple ProRes 44444. I got my size right there. I don't need any chapter markers. Irrelevant if you do or not. It's not going to harm anything. And then just to check to make sure that everything is coming through, those are all there. So I'm going to go ahead and export this. We'll just call it LCS, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And then people say, why should you really buy a Mac Studio? That's why. I don't know if you saw this, but it's finished already. I know that's only a short render, but it finished like butter. I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to move it to this machine over here. And then we're going to come in here. Ecamm. If I drag this onto my computer right now, I'm going to do full screen with audio. Right? It's there. Where in the heck did that go? Oh, let me switch to this. Hold on, people. I got to make you guys a new scene for this. I just realized that you can't do what I just did, what I thought I was doing. Come on, Doc. You know how to use Ecamm. All right, so let's go here, hit the movie. There it is, right? As you can see, it's transparent. Sound is there. Now, let me go back to where we were. If I pick this up and I try to put it into my overlay and say, basically play as an animated overlay, you don't hear the noise, right? No sound comes out in this particular case, which is okay. You could build a Stream Deck thing to make it go together. And yes, it's supposed to be very quiet because you're going to be playing these during the live stream. You don't want to just have them come out with a giant in the middle of your thing, right? You know what I just realized, people? The sound that's built in the Ecamm of the DJ horn, if I open that in the sound editor, there's a gap at the beginning. It's not immediate. When we get into fixing sounds, which I'll do maybe like the week after I come back, I'll show you got to get it on the first semitone. Anyway, that's irrelevant. So let me show you how to fix this real quick. I'm going to move this out the way, and we're going to open up something that gives us a WebM. So go to live demo mode. Here's our little sound file right here. And again, Aubrey, yes, I did not make the sounds loud. If you want to make them louder, I just turn up the sound in Ecamm, but it's intended to be a little subtle. All right. So let me open up Shutter Encoder. Paul, could you link them with Shutter Encoder just in case? And Doc, no. Ooh, not the movie Shutter. Y'all ain't ready for that. I love that movie, by the way. Shutter Encoder. This is free. You can get this from, I guess, shutterencoder.com. Paul will tell you in a second. But you just want to go ahead and grab this. And just because me not trust y'all, let me do one of these real quick. and then do one of these real quick, and then do one of these real quick, and then pull this like in just a smidge. Dot, dot, dot. For those playing the home game, we're going to work with this. Let's cancel the border. We not need that. Let's cancel the corner radius. We not need that. And we're going to put you guys right here, just in case. For the people playing in the home version, we can go like that. All right, there it is. There it is. Now, this is going to get wider in a second. So let me open this up. All right. Then I'll come back out of live demo mode because you'll need to see it this way. This is better. All right. So when I drop this bad boy on, boing, and then the important functions, we want to start here, go to VP9. I don't know what that means, Doc. Yeah, so what? Not important. It's not important. We can have an entire conversation one day about what VP9 is and why it's so dope, but we're not because it's irrelevant. This is for pixel peepers who start asking all kind of unnecessary technical stuff and get caught in the weeds, Sammy. So let's just go to VP9. Hey. There he is. That's my G. What's up, little one? All right, so go to VP9. The other important step is make sure you have it checked as WebM. MP4, something about MP4 just doesn't do it the way you want to do it. So let's come to WebM. We got that. So we got our movie file. We got our WebM. That's literally the hardest part of this is making sure you choose the right function. Hella try to function. Now, only thing I want to do over here is I want to go to advanced settings and I want to hit enable alpha channel. If you did nothing else, you're gold. Honestly, you're absolutely gold. And if you want to bless it up, if you didn't do it in 4K like your men's, you might hit 2pass, you might hit max quality. I don't really do those on the mini, especially not while we're live streaming, but on my Mac Studio, I do them and it just goes blah and it's pow. It's stupid. It's stupid quick. Okay, this is all you got to do, people. All we're going to do now is press the start function, and then is doing the damn thing, right? And it's 40% did. Dun, 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 dun. You can make some rap music while it's going. It is processor rating. 60% did. It's 80% did. DJ. Last night the DJ stole my life. Last night the DJ stole my life from the broken heart. All right, it's done. It's done. So you guys can stop listening to me just make any kind of random weird noises, right? I'm just saying. In the meantime, let me put this over here and hit you with one of these.
DJ Doc Raw.
I'm going to stop clouding. Let me stop clouding. Okay, so hide this window temporarily. Now, let's go back into the demonstration mode. Bye. Here we go. So here's the first version, which you guys already seen. No noise. Bugger, stay quiet. No noise. Now, here is the WebM file. Drop it in. There it is. It makes a noise. You heard that time, right? Again, it's subtle, but it's there. All right? I'll make it extra loud just for Aubrey because she's partially deaf at her age. There you go. All right. Super simple. Now, watch this move right here. This is going to be weird. I'm going to pop it into about the middle where we can see it. Actually, let me hit it and pause right here. This makes it impossible for me to click things behind here, right? Because it's the whole window. So this is important. Shrink it just a smidgen. Grab the cropper bar, hold down the option key, and crop it down to the area that you need to be seen, right? You don't want to crop the bottom because it moves up from the bottom. Now we here. You know what I'm saying? So once you do that, you can embiggen it back to the width again, however you wish, and then put it at the bottom like this. And then now you still can grab the elements behind should you need to grab any elements behind. Oh, this is the old one. Let me get rid of the old one. It's in the way. Beat it, squirrel. So now if I needed to grab an element, I can grab an element. The beginning, I wouldn't be able to grab an element. That step, the step of cropping, using this little cropping situation over here, is highly importante. If you don't do that, you're not going to be able to grab the stuff behind you. So I want to make sure that you guys are paying attention over here, because I swear to you, every time people watch the tutorial that I've done before and they go, well, I can't adjust, because you didn't crop the video part, fam. You have got to crop the video. It's very, very, very important. If you don't, you're not going to be able to grab the rest of your elements. Now, I've tried this before. Matter of fact, I tried it just recently. There is the case of attempting to make it so that you crop the video using a video style cropping tool, right? Let me show you one right here. I'm going to pull one up real quick. I went to this website. Let me show you. And I want to say it's okay, but I'm not a fan, but it does work. easygift.com. If you go to easygift.com, there is a crop situation in here. You know, Doc, you got to do this. Hello. All right. easygift.com. Right here at the top, there's crop, right? So when you come in to this joint, right, all you do is you're going to land like here, and then you scroll across the top, and then you hit crop. You go crop from the top, rolling in the crop top, riding with the drop top, looking at it go pop, 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 pop. All right, anyway, so we got that. What you could do is come over here, upload your video, and adjust your crop. And I'm going to show you what this looks like, because I did it, but I don't think it's as pretty. Oh, make it so that it doesn't pop up every time. That's old. All right, so let me drag this in and show you. Here's another webm. Let me put it right here. And you can see this video is actually cropped. I created this one at 4K, so that's why it came in so huge. But the minute that I did that, it broke my alpha, right? So when I had it when I cropped it using that program, it broke my alpha. So I'd have to bring it back into Final Cut, add a new alpha. It's just a lot of steps. So to me, it's not worth it. Just crop it in Ecamm. Just make your job easier. I even tried making the project size 1920 by 250, because that's what I needed for that particular big one. Still, it's not a thing, right? It's not a thing. So basically with those steps, you can use any of the titles that are available to you in Final Cut and use it to make a graphic. Let's do one more really, really quickly for S&Gs, because, you know, we gangster like that. All right, so we're going to take this one out real fast. We're going to remove all of these. We're going to delete. I'm going to come into my title G over here, and let's do with something from big titles, big lower thirds. Here, let's get a lower third popping. Brand new whips just hopped in. No. Let me think of something. What'd be good? Let me see. What'd be good? Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I like that. Kevin Hart, American stand-up comedian, right? Boom. Never give up. Ooh. I like this. See, you can do some cool stuff for your thing. Simple, clean designs. These are all in there. This is from a package. This is the one I just showed you that I did for my Ecamm one, right? But like I can easily make one of these for a person like myself. You can go like this. I'm trying to think of something that I want to put. Ooh, I know. Let me come down here to my editor's tool, starter kit. If you're going to buy any package from Premium VFX, I might tell you to do the editor starter kit. The editor starter kit will have a lot of stuff in it that you guys can use like right now. Right here, right now. This might be a good one, right? So let's do this. There's a lot of stuff to type. I'm trying to make one that's not going to have me sitting here tweaking and typing all day. But let's use this one because this is pretty. All right. We're going to put it right here. Here we go. Here we go again on my own. First thing I'm going to do, drop it in the middle, right? in the side over here, scroll all the way down to the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we here. There's the background. We will be able to turn the background off, but in this case, I'm going to just do something goofy, and I'm going to have the background be at like 30%, right? And you'll see why that comes out funkified in a little bit later. All right, so I'm going to come back up to the top. Follow us is fine. I'm not going to change that. I'm going to change this Insta joint to DOCROCK. That is me, right? And then my Facebook is... For my personal profile, it's DOCROCK, but for the page, it's Doc Rock Star. Somebody jacked my shirt. And then over here, we're going to take this lesson, and then we're going to go DOCROCK. Boom. Now, come down to my site. Let's do... boom. Man, nobody asked for no space, Siri. We autocorrect it. Man, one thing about Final Cut, it loves to title case things because it's an Apple product. It thinks you're messing up. I'm not messing up. Apple, leave my joint alone. Like, it drives me batty. I wish there was a button to make it stop title casing, but it does. Anyway, so in here, down in the bottom, I got a place for my logo. So let me snatch the logo real quick. I know I have one around these parts somewhere. Somewhere, oh, be the rainbow. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. D-O-C-R-O-C-K. Me need a logo. I have. See, when you make your whole brand new machine, then you do dumb stuff like don't have your assets folder handy. But it's on the server, so let me just wake it up real quick. Take 1 second. Hold on, people. Talk amongst yourself. Play music in your head. Sing. Sing. Sing out loud. Oh, come on, computer. Don't be a jerk. Don't be suspicious. Don't. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Ooh, not the Illustrator file, fam. I need the regular one. There it is. Haha. Got it. Let me drag this over here. Oh, dang it. That is also the Illustrator file. Why you want to do me like that? Why you want to go and do that, love, huh? You know what? I'm going to put Big Rich's face on here in a second. Thank you, Rich. Man, you know that, yeah, it's funny like that. Yesterday, I caught myself singing the craziest thing, and I thought it was hilarious to me, is I found myself singing, what is it called? Not the Carpenters. What is it called? Enigma. I was like, why the heck am I singing Enigma? Where in the heck did that come from? The randomest things will pop into your head when you are a professional lunchbox. It is what it is. It happens. I'm going to get angry in a second and just use a photo. So let's just do that. It'll be simple. Let me grab this photo and put it right here. All right. So let me show you how to do what I just did. Down here in the bottom, I'm going to pick up this photo of me and I'm going to just drop it in here. It doesn't kind of really matter where you drop it because it's not going to stay there. All right. So what I'm going to do, go back here and where it says drop zone, right? Not the icon drop zone. I want the logo one. And I know these are hard to see. If you get the plugin, you'll see it. Logo. Now, I can't see it, so never mind me. Icon, outline, drop zone. It is this one. Okay, so I'm going to select this. And then select my face. It's way too big, right? So I'm going to come over here and take the size of it and shrink it down. Nope. And then I could adjust the position. This is normally where you would be a logo, but I'm just going to stick that there for now. And then if I wanted to select a different color for this, I could. And yeah, this should be my face logo. But once it's done, you hit apply to clip And then I could take this and delete it. So it doesn't have to be there anymore. And yes, it looks strange. Later on, I will adjust it and put the real clip. I just don't want to have you guys sitting here watching me looking for this file, which should be way closer. I thought I had it closer, but for some reason, it's MIA. And then in all of that time, I could have gone to Canva and just downloaded it because I have it set in Canva to grab instantaneously. Anyway, be that as it may. This guy is ready. Let's see. If I wanted to add audio, I'm not going to worry about the audio part because I already showed you all of that, but you would just add a little vroom like that, vroom, vroom. And every time I say that, then I start tweaking out and I start going, dang, I really wish it had audio. It's so weird. This is the curse of doing this stuff, man. All right, I'll just use this same one. All right, I can't help myself. I'm a weirdo. Anyway, I'm just going to export this. Again, you want to come here, and I'm going to the share menu. I'm going to say export my file, right? I'm going to leave it right there. Everything is everything. All my settings should be the same because I haven't really bothered any stuff. But just go ahead and say next. And then call this social. Boom. Let it render. It's a Mac Studio. Before I can even get the button to show you how fast it renders, it's done. Because this is why I don't buy a Mac Studio. It's not worth it. Yeah, it is. It's just gangster. All right, so let me come back here. We got our new scene. And we're going to go to camera. We're going to work on this. I'm going to drop this bad boy in as a movie so you can see it. Start it as a full screen with audio. Right? There you go. It's gangster. Move your big head out the way. Here. And this time we're going to drop it in as an overlay. Boom. See, because I turned that fade down in the intro, family, because I turned that fade down in the intro, I got a little something, and I can have this while I'm still doing my live stream, doing whatever, and it'll just dip out. I normally wouldn't make it that fast. I would stendo clip that baby, make it a little bit longer, but you can see how it all works. Sorry, Kirk. I'll send you a check. Right? And so, yeah, it's just there. If I hit Command-I on the keyboard, then it'll just do one of those and blase blah, right? And then last time, let me come back over to here and pull back up my old encoder, screen share, where you is. Let me encode it real quick so it should work the way we wish. Drop it in here. This one is done, so we don't need to do that. It should automatically start the new one. Hopefully it doesn't start doing it all over again. No to all. Don't need that. Oh, it did. It did want to rewrite the second one, but all right, we'll just leave it. Remember to clear your buffer the next time so it doesn't write them both, but it's so quick. Like, who cares? Who cares? I'm going to just let it do its thing. The second one might take a little longer to render because it does have that alpha channel, that part where I left it semi-transparency. But in the meantime, we'll just let it go. So real quick, if anybody has any questions about what it is that we did, holla at your boy. Let me know. Like while we out here rendering things and let it do its second little piece. Over here, it's almost dead. Man, this thing is amazing. Like, Shutter Encoder is legit. I can't believe it's free. Like, send the dude some PayPal. I did. Paul Pacifico, whatever his name is. It's a pretty incredible tool. One of the things that I use it for a lot is if you're doing a show like Keely does, where she has a lot of video clips, and you feel you might have some performance issues, I just throw all the clips in here and just have it VP9 them all, even if it's a regular video, because it shrinks it. It makes it smaller, right? These clips, when we're done as a WebM file, they're tiny, like tiny. So you can use it just for that. Like, make your video smaller before you send it somewhere, or maybe you want to send something to a friend or, email type situation. All right, it's almost done. I thought I had it set to make a noise whenever it was done, but it's not. Man, all right, it's done. Let me close this out the way. Go back to here. So now we're going to 86 this one. Beat it, squirrel. And then we're going to drop in the WebM. Let me give you an idea. This WebM is 2.0 2.9 megabytes. 2.9 megabytes. Oi, stop that. The original video was 100 megabytes. Okay? Okay, wait. Some of y'all be like, Doc, you lying. I know you guys don't trust me because, you know, we're friends, but I understand. I understand. Let me show you real quick. Just so you know that your man's is not tripping, right? Let me pop this. And then do one of these. Go here. Primary display finder. Boom. And then swell it up real quick. I want you to see. Look, the OG one, 93.9. The new one, 2.9. This is what I mean. If you have a subsequent movie film that you're going to be showing in your program and you want to not have it like transmogrify all the space, just throw it in Shutter Encoder, set it to VP9 and whatever. If you have been using any of the YouTube downloading tools, you'll notice now if you go to, don't use those words together because it might get flagged. If you go to the red and black site and you want to get one of the videos from said red and black site that you're currently on watching some fat dude in Hawaii explain you how to make stuff, there's programs out there, sounds like Frowny, but begins with a D, and you can use it to get that video from the platform online and move it to your desktop where it will play locally so that you're not using all of your bandwidth to show a fireplace in the background in 4K while you're live streaming. So if you use a program like that, you'll notice now the files come down as WebM. Why? WebM was invented by the company with the same color palette as the Olympics. They invented this as a way of saving them money for their servers to put all of those videos on a site that uses the same colorway as I'm wearing today. The reason why we have to talk in code is because I think Alec and I found out if you make a video talking about this particular tool, they will delete that video or mute that video. The tool is available. I just put a space in the word. The tool is available on SetApp, one of my favorite things. If you're a Mac user, you probably should have SetApp. I know that people will be out here like, I don't know what the SetApp thing is and why I should get it. Man, trust me, if you're a Mac user, you should probably be on SetApp. All right, I think that works. Somebody check that link and tell me if it works. Oh, you ding dong. Never mind. Ignore that one. Ignore that one. Delete. Delete that last comment. Come on, Doc. I don't have the browser open to delete that. This is what it is. Man, Doc, that's horrible, fam. Like, how did you even come up with that extra T's and everything? It is like borderline horrible. Anyway, so it is part of that. You can't get it as an individual application, which you can download yourself. But if you use the SetApp, it's dope because it's a collection of tools that you'll probably use pretty much on a daily basis. I tell anybody I would never run a single Mac without SetApp. I just wouldn't. It's that glorious. It's that glorious. Okay, I moved it. It should be there now. Anyway, so let's drag this new joint in, the WebM, and we can put it right here. Look at that, fam. That's just good. It's short. I mean, I'll fix it, but it's short. Like, it's good though, right? If you had this, pop up in the middle of your thing, get it to about right there. Oh, you're not working. About right there. There you go. So you can have this like basically live and in charge on your guide while you're doing your thing, right? And then have it sit there for on a thing like this with the socials, the follows, I'd probably make this around 20 to 30 seconds, right? I would probably make this around 20 to 30 seconds, and it should work better. Just saying. For the demonstration purposes of render time, we did it mad short, but I think we should probably make it 30 seconds. So again, that's it, fam. Like, it doesn't have to just be a lower third. I've showed you that you can drop transparency through it. If you're going to add sound to it, by all means do so. You don't have to, because in a way, if I'm doing a really, really long stream, I would probably delete the sound on this particular one, because you want it to come up, marinate for a little bit, disappear, come up, marinate for a little bit, disappear. Also, you can use this same technique to build an intro for your show, right? If you are doing like a 20, 30-second intro, you can build your intro for your show right in Final Cut, export that baby, include your intro music, the whole 9 yards. The intro for today's show was built in Canva, using the techniques that we talked about last week. I'm going to pop this right here. Add as an animated overlay. Yep. So today, this was the intro for the show, and this bad boy just played. And I literally just went in Canva, and I did it in Canva because for this type of stuff, it's super easy because it doesn't require as much control. It's probably faster to do it in Final Cut, to be honest with you. But a lot of you guys aren't fully grokked at the Final Cut situation. Don't worry. That is something that we hope to rectify starting. I'm going to start the signups at the end of the month, and then I'm going on my world tour. I'm going to go visit my homie Rich, and provided I don't go to jail while I'm hanging out with Rich, September, I will start the preliminary, and then we'll dive into this Final Cut course. When I initially open it up, I'm going to take 25 guinea pigs only. So I will build that sign up stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm traveling this week, as you know. So Tuesday, I believe Paul and Luis are going to come and take over. So bring your tomatoes and rotten vegetables and stuff that you normally throw. Bring that for when Paul and Luis take over. And then when we come back, we will dive into just some more stuff that you can do to create your level up your look, right? Like, we keeping the mindset stuff until we're doing that. But I also want to show some of you guys how to level up your look, because now a lot of you guys are growing your shows. Your shows are starting to look better. And now it's time to invest in that overall look and feel, right? For those of you who haven't started in your beginning because you're waiting for it to be perfect, stop that. Just get started. We can level up your look and feel later. And I want to show you, and again, you got to know your time, right? If you know your time, you have time to not do any of this, then just go and buy some overlays or something from somebody. But if you A, have the time, B, have a very specific look that you want, and you don't lack the creativity, and you just want to try to do some things so that you can get better, because skills are more important at the end of the day, then get your Final Cut on and go in there. Now, let me give you one last pro tip. Again, some of you guys are like, oh, but Doc, I don't want to buy it. Okay, cool. Listen, there are places to get free title templates for Final Cut Pro. And if you really, really, I'm going to say this, and it's going to hurt my feelings to say this out loud, but I get it. I used to be baller on a budget. I absolutely used to be a baller on a budget. Apple gives a 90-day free trial for Final Cut Pro. It is 100% functional. That means when it saves, there's no bug in the corner. It's a regular video, right? It won't look any different from anything I did today. And the trial is parity with the shipping app, and you can do it for 90 days. So in that 3-month time frame, you can download the Final Cut, learn how to use it, like legit, right? Build your overlays, build everything that you need to get started, and then do your show. And in that time frame, you can be like, you know what, gang, I really want this Final Cut. Like, I really like it. it's going to be $199 for me to get the bundle. So in your show, put a little super chat, book it up, and be like, my goal is to raise quick 200 to get this. Okay, make it 300 because you need to get a couple plugins. Set it up. Set it up. Throw it on your Buy Me a Coffee. Use your Final Cut to build you a tote board. A tote board. That's what I'm trying to say. Build yourself a little tote board. You can set it up real quick, like in real quick, fast, in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? So without driving yourself batty, you can come up with some cool things. And yeah, it's just, life is good. Life is good in said hood. So get out here, get your fun on, try a couple of things, invent some things, make some things, and don't feel bad, right? Right. Don't feel bad. And I'm going to have to agree with Paul. Paul is telling you about the education bundle. Here's a couple of things to know about the education bundle. I'm a creator, and I just taught you how to use Final Cut. So therefore, I'm an educator. I yelled at y'all a couple weeks ago about practicing your safety online. So I was educating you there. And I yelled at you guys a couple weeks ago about, just having the right mindset to get things done and plan your sessions and go kick ass the second half of the year. That's educating, right? Some of you guys have high school and college kids that you gave birth to, so you can get that. You can get it for that. You can buy computers on the educational discount if you gave birth to a child in high school or college. You know what I'm saying? Right? If you're Kevin Cox, you're already a teacher. So you're good. Don't worry about getting the edu thing. It works. You can get the whole bundle, Final Cut, Motion, Compressor, and Main Stage, Logic for $199. So go in there. I think Maestro teaches you. So boom. If Buy Me a Coffee is out, they were just having some problems with PayPal and some other stuff. Yeah, man. PayPal has a tip jar type thing. It's probably easier. There's no third party thing in the middle. So PayPal is one. I still like Buy Me a Coffee. I'm not going to say it's bad. It still works, but they did have issues with PayPal, and a lot of people aren't using the Stripe stuff. So, yeah, still trying to come up with a better way to do that than the way it is. Yeah, that's it. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, those guys work really well. I would say get yourself a Shopify or some store of that nature. Maybe your web host already has a small store that you can build, and you can literally just build donate buttons that there's no middleman. So if someone wanted to donate you $10, you get $10 plus the 3% fee. So you'll get $9.70. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, maybe I would do that. Retired educators are eligible. So if worst case scenario, get Gretchen to buy your bundle for you. Anyway, gang, I think we did it, man. We got class coming up in a little bit today. Yeah, man. I just wanted you guys to get started, make some stuff, level your joints up. Don't be afraid of the Final Cut. Like, dive in and start pressing buttons around. If you look at Discord for Creator Shows, her intro, she made it in Final Cut. She spent a lot of time tweaking on it or whatever. It's amazeballs. And I think she used the Envato Elements plugin, if I remember correctly. And again, I'm not going to say they're bad. They are good. The pro ones are better. But that's, you got to get in when you get in. And Envato Elements is a great way to get in. Just know that you'll do a little bit more work because you're coming in at a different level, is what it is, right? But it's dope. Appreciate you, family. Nia's throwing tomatoes at you guys. What's up, chaps? Good to see you here, fam. I appreciate you guys. So Tuesday, Luis and Paul will be here to do the damn thing. Saturday, I will be back. I'm only flying out from Sunday to Friday, provided you don't get sick or anything like that. I'll be back, and then we'll dive in. If you have any specific topics that you want to see, something you want to see us expound upon, drop it in the comments or jump in the Discord. We have a section in the Discord for to drop the ideas. I strongly suggest you listen to Keely and come to the Discord action. Like, it's banging. Here, I got it right about here. Let me grab the little slider thing. Man, slide. There it is. Yep. Pause. There it is. I strongly suggest you jump into Discord. Paul, can you not say like that? Man, somebody. Duncan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Anyway, don't do that. All right, gang. So I will see you guys next Saturday. And then everybody else, I'll see you in class, because don't think just because I got a pack, y'all getting out of class. Never happened. Never that. Never that. All right, gang. I will see you guys next week. I appreciate you. Dive in, get your Final Cut trial on, start playing around, generate your questions. Let's get it started. I appreciate you. Have a fantastical weekend.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine.